Does this look like a good game to you?
Probably the weirdest thing about this is that there's no screenshots on the back. Except for old DOS games, I've never really seen this before, so I'm really going in super blind. This copy is sealed, let's open her up and find out what we got.
Oh boy, I took the shrink wrap off and there's no manual and just a repeat of the cover. I really don't know what this looks like, and I haven't looked it up. I'm really curious and scared at the same time. Either this is going to be a really good game or a really terrible one. Even the installer has nothing to show. So once the game rolls off, you get a bumpin' soundtrack with a castle in the background, and you get a little bit of Castlevania vibes off of this. But by the time you start the game, you realize that there's no story, no cutscenes, no nothing. The game just kind of starts, and this is when you're kind of left to your own devices to figure out what the heck you're supposed to do. You're supposed to shoot crystals, and force fields fall, and then you continue about the level. The goal is to destroy all the crystals and free all the hostages, and these hostages are really tall, metal head-looking dudes. I don't know what that's about. You start with every gun possible in your arsenal, and you can pick up ammo, but you can honestly finish levels without doing that. In order to kill an enemy, you have to knock them down first and then, stake them, and that's not always the case. There's bosses on each level you have to kill too, and they kind of die after being shot to death, and they throw you around. So I'm going to have a hard time trying my best to talk about this game is because, well, I kind of summed it up. Destroy crystals, advance in the level, kill bosses, free hostages, next level. It's the same thing every single level, and maybe enemies change a little bit. And I'm having a really weird, surreal experience playing this because I'm pretty sure this is unfinished. This game's made by Inca Gold, and they dissolved a year after this game released. So I can understand that this game probably is in a very, very unfinished state, but it reminds me of like the early days of Flash games that use 3D models like Sherwood Dungeon MMO and stuff like that. This is like something I feel like I could find for free on the internet back then, but instead I paid $2 for a sealed copy. So yeah, that's all you do. You walk around, you kill stuff, you stake them, and you free hostages. You really don't have to kill anything in the level except for the bosses, but as the game goes on, they get more and more in number, and they can kind of overwhelm you after a while. The crossbow is probably the best weapon in the game because they immediately die when you hit them. It's like a flying stake, I guess, so use that one. Eventually, just so I could see the rest of the game, I cheated by turning on God mode, and thankfully I found out about that on the internet when I was searching up some cheat codes, and I found like one review from a brave soul who decided to play this game back when it first released. I don't know, you're looking at it, and I don't know what else to say. I think it's a very interesting concept, and I think if Inca Gold had more time, maybe it would have been a little bit better, but right now, it just, I feel weird talking about something that was unfinished, but if it was released for retail value, then, I mean, I bet this was like in a budget bin somewhere, and this is a European copy. I don't know if an American copy even exists. But yeah, this is Dracula Days of Gore. I honestly couldn't play it for that long. I was going to try to get to the ending, but even with God mode, it just took an unreasonable amount of time to get through the levels. Because the bosses take forever to kill, finding all the crystals and hostages are a little tough because some of the levels get kind of mazy. There's a sewer level where I wasn't really sure where I was supposed to go, and then whatever the theme is after that, I really, really got lost. I'll give the game some credit. It isn't straightforward. It's very labyrinthy, but I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I did play this game at like 3 in the morning, and the unfinished, just weird state of the game kind of made it spooky, because I felt like I was playing some long-lost creepypasta level of game. I don't know. I'm trying to give this game some credit. Well, I talked for 4 minutes and 5 seconds, and after I edit this, it'll probably be a little bit lower than that for all the yeah I edit out. So I guess this is another short video for the books, kind of like Pokemon Team Turbo. Dracula Days of Gore, it sucks, don't buy it. An example of like early access before early access, I suppose. I'm gonna let you move Blackwell CD-ROM file, so and get ready! Halloween's this Thursday, and the Halloween special releases that day, and I'm quite happy about it, and it's something I can talk more than 5 minutes about. I promise. But anyway, celebrate your weekend by, playing something better than this.